Confessions from a retired side nigga. Confessions based on true events. It is what it is. I'm being vulnerable right now. You guys gotta feel it. It's a safe space. Confessions from a retired side nigga. This is a mantra from the man she went to when she got tired of being by her nigga's side when he got beside himself. And before I catch any side eyes, please hear my side of the story. I promise I never wanted to tear down the happy home, but she wasn't happy within their household, and I knew that I could hold what the house couldn't. And of course, I will always be the villain beneath their ceiling, because when he was going through hell, she was with me healing. But how am I the bad guy when she found foundation in my arms? And my hug, she felt unarmed, guard down, unharmed. See, this woman was a great catch, but he couldn't tackle his own insecurities. This man must have fumbled all that pretty. See, he got butterfingers, his palms placed in every hand but her fingers. He calls he calls her a snack, but walks around other women with an empty belly. He can't stomach a woman like her. See, he likes her body, but he really doesn't like her. He says he's husband material, but fabricates excuses on why he won't wife her. He's not in touch with his emotions, so she doesn't get touched. He'd rather fuck someone like her while she's busy playing twin flame. He just gaslights her. She's always giving him her days while he just one nights her. See, with him it's like a graveyard shift, but me, I'm more like her 9 to 5. She has to work through demons with him, but in my arms it feels more like a nod from God. And I know that it sounds blasphemous, but we had so much fun and I had a blast with Miss, and I know that she loved it here. I could tell in her writing, even if it wasn't the right thing, she left for the right reasons. We had a special link. We had to sneak from winter to fall. That's why we always found ourselves fucking at the Four Seasons. But how can I be her annual when months go by and I get too weak to not think about being hers daily? Instead, I settle for being side piece. When she's at war with him, I'm her side of peace. When he can't piece together on why their relationship is so puzzled, on why they can't recall the last time they crossed words. See, with him, every place is an escape room, but with me, I just give her room to escape. I never wanted to tear down a good pairing, but through the fruits of my labor, she will always be the apple of my eye. And I, being the bull, she knew I was attracted to anything red, like that dress she said that he didn't appreciate, but will validate in my arms. Red, like the bottle of wine we shared on our first date on their second anniversary. Red, like what his messages get left on when I'm laying by her bedside. Red, like the color of the bed sheets when red flags get caught between her and I. Red, like the color of my palms when they're caught catering to a body that's tied to another man. I know she's tired of this man. But how am I supposed to hide what gives me home, haven, and happiness? How is all that haphazard? And I know that shit wasn't supposed to happen. I know that I wasn't supposed to have it. But ain't it a human habit to go to where you're attracted? Sometimes I feel like I was both dick and distraction when I gave her my private parts when he just made her feel like fraction. And I'm not sure if we even had a relationship or if she just had a reaction. But I never wanted to be side nigga. I never wanted to tear down a happy home. I never wanted her to be on the fence. Now I'm not even sure on which side of the door that I belong on. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. Do you really think you're in control? hmm Social media apps got you losing reality. Didn't subscribe to desensitization, confusion, fake news, and all these comments. How do I cancel it? Before it cancels me, I thought this was a tool. Instead, I'm being drilled, picked at, and screwed over my thoughts, images in my image. When did this become high school? Snub for prom queen. The snob always wins, subbed in statuses. I remember the bathroom stalls marked up. Now it's bodies. Not like the subways in Harlem, body marked up like the subway in Harlem. Actual bodies. Everybody wants to be a part and join a team. I still have PTSD. Watching George Floyd's death changed me, triggered me. How many triggers can be pulled without having to count the bullets? Brianna can't tell us. The neighbor's walls speak louder than her voice. Another black human's silence in the dead of night. Protect black women is a hashtag. We are conditioned to put a pound sign on tragedies. Maybe it should be a stop sign. Bright red so it can be read and not just seen, but we read people fulfilled, full of negativity. I'm questioning myself. My vibration is too low, too slow to tap, tap, tap in on the bigger picture. Waves of hate can penetrate even the deepest of waters. With a 30-second soundbite, click then debate is faster than a chamber. Why aren't these monitored? How long is a Facebook jail sentence anyway? Is this reality or a social experiment, a play of sorts, where you could be whatever character while being judged on your character? I hate it in this world. I lucid dream often, traveling vividly, opening portals that allow me to feel safe where accountability and evolution meet. The dark web doesn't lurk here. It's too busy trafficking children and women in this realm. I'm surrounded by my own shadows. We don't play games. We go hard at work to build capes so big, made of Teflon, no cap. Shells would bounce off. No puncture wounds or sharpened tongues could pierce me. I'd be at peace instead of overthinking about content. I'd be content with self. My emotions could be altered by the pretentious constructs of how to live, be, and breathe. Competition and comparisons creates division. Common denominators. We calling people out instead of calling them in. DMs replacing conversations. No need to be direct. No desire to hit someone's line. People arguing, blogging, gossiping, rumors, unhealthy consumption, adopting trends that lose weight. Momentum dies. But not suicidal thoughts. Constant battle turmoil. From turning to a device addicted, it's a vice that releases hormones that causes the body to react in pleasure. Twitter fingers racing like heartbeats, perpetuating ideologies of a system that is set up to destroy our confidence and our feelings. And guess what? It all comes at a price. You can't buy self-esteem from an ad or an app, but if you show ID, you can be verified. Blue check marks is your validation. Unlocking it, all of us have super egos. We got to keep our egos balanced, take breaks, and fast. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. Do you really think you're in control? Do you? Social media. Home.
kiss was horizontal. That may be a little backwards, but our first date ended at daybreak. Cracked blinds gave hints of sunrise. 7 hours talking and writing each other poetry in the magna words on my table. We laughed about our evolution. He said it wasn't that he wasn't ready. He didn't want the bones of his skeletons to choke me. Shit, I explained I ain't no saint. I still got a weakness for hustlers, bad boys that make the block their own. Dreads are my favorite, locks down to their buttocks with a stride that resembles a stroll from their pimp role models. I promised I could never complain about his past. In 96, I practiced acrobatics on bronze poles, wooden runways infested with splinters while onlookers poured beer and tossed dollars as I pranced past in my 5-inch heels and glow-in-the-dark thong. He didn't scold me for my history, but expressed he was proud of the change, even if he wasn't around for the first phase. With his thumb, he wiped the tears from my face, begged me not to cry, prophesied I'd soon be married to someone that could appreciate my versatility. I told him, dudes in blue suits bore me. I'm looking for someone spontaneous and challenging, someone that I could take to Dead Prez concerts, then go to the 5 spots to see the Roots. I wanted to live in a place where the grass is safe to walk barefoot while sipping blackberry brandy from my flask. Engraved, the first shall be last. He painted pictures of our children learning how to plant a garden in the backyard and make their own clothes. Our son's hair will be locked in the first 3 years, and our daughter sports an afro. Our thighs brushed while we were sitting up. Our fingers touched and I gave up. His touch was perfect, soft but assertive. Grabbed my chin with his thumb and forefinger and slipped the other hand between the slit in my skirt and dared me to move, parting my purity effortlessly. My nipples became long enough to reach the back of his teeth, and I would have screamed if I could breathe, but his biceps held me so close to his chest, my nose rested in the nape of his neck. And if this was one of those tests, shit, I was prepared to fail. Flunked every examination, so I'd have to stay late for private sessions. I could use a tutor, and I've always been a hands-on learner. And just as I was thinking 10 different ways to make him stay, he put his ear to my face and told me he could turn my thoughts into sound waves. It's 4:30. He'll be home shortly. I dim the room, run a bath, and light candles for aromatherapy. Slipping between the secrets of the bubbles, tempted to please myself, I decide to wait patiently. The soft of his fingertips can never compare to the perfect placement of his tongue, tracing out the letters of our daughter's name. The 10 gods I'll call on when I try to refrain. Soulmates. We are the same warrior. We just don't walk the same. I don't know if I'll need bigger shoes or he'll need smaller feet, as long as we march for freedom simultaneously.
What they never tell you on the day you are set to take your first one way is that TSA is not the time nor place to unpack your preconceived notions. You standing in line, but your mind is floating, all the while you hoping that the wheels on the plane can spin at speeds that pull you from the lies and lunacy in the land of liberty and drop you in a place where peace is not just a gesture. Oh, the sweet irony of having to fight to force your gaze away from the man at the security checkpoint with the gun and badge barking orders. You avoid his stares, less because you're scared and more so aware there's a perception of a threat when he looks in your eyes and doesn't find an ounce of fear. You pause the playlist on your iPod, then empty your belongings and self-esteem into the bin. Then push him along slowly, and although he does not ask, you keep your hands in plain sight. And you wonder if this plane flight can bring you to a world where the rivers run fast enough to rinse away some of this social conditioning. Maybe even rebaptize your faith in humanity. You start to question your sanity, but by then you are already airborne. 33,000 feet in the heavens, trying to bargain with the man upstairs, offering up everything plus the kitchen sink in exchange for a little guidance. Because you be trying to walk righteous, and it might just be the reason that you hoping that your seatbelt can keep your sense of self fastened long enough to land you in a new language. For this is a moment in time before you knew that a boarding pass could bring you to the brink of your comfort zone. Before you ever knew of multiple coastlines to cruise down without carrying concern that your tan line's gonna make you some type of target. Before you ever fell in love in Las Cordilleras de Valparaíso, what they never tell you. On the day that you step foot into foreign territory, is that your... I said, what they never tell you is that a boarding pass could bring you to the brink of your comfort zone. Before you ever knew that multiple coastlines to cruise down without carrying concern that your tan line's gonna make you some type of target. Before you ever fell in love in Las Cordilleras de Valparaíso, what they never tell you on the day you step foot into foreign territory is that your faith should be fully customized before you ever make it through customs, and how this be prerequisite of sharpening the practice of truly claiming your baggage. That's when a terminal takes you to the taxi, and the taxi takes you to the bus station, and the bus station pulls you from the city smog into the coastal arms of una familia who teaches you the meaning of cariñoso. So now you giving out mucho abrazos at all the asados, and those barbecues, they taste just like home. And now you finally flown into a family tree where they speak at speeds that leave you reaching for meaning, and you would eventually come to find your footing. But this is only after you learn that laughter is a universal language. For this is the moment in time before you knew how to roll your R's or grew to recognize the responsibilidad that rests upon your shoulders. Before you understood your calling or came to understand you be the first black man that some folks will ever set their sights on. Before you overstood that oppression is an ocean. And even in the sea of uncertainty, this poetry is way more than just lifelines. But they never tell you on the day that you manifest destiny to introduce herself, is that when she calls you a keeper, she means a keeper of the culture. Thank you.
Don't talk that fake shit to me. I know wrestling is real. Because I'm related to a fiend, snorting raw, buying crack valves. Before he inject the heroin, he give his arms to SmackDown. Can't afford another hit because he's tapped out. Addiction got him in a submission. Wrestling is real. I seen a dealer move gold dust like an itch he had to scratch. His tag partner, his girlfriend, she had a title, she had his back. One day she caught 6 from 1-9 because she had a pack. Baby. His girlfriend was his tag partner. She had a title, she had his back. One day she caught 6 from 1-9 because she had a pack. Baby girl wanted a ring. Ended up in a casket match. You know how many brothers are still caged in a steel cage, trying to get over, no way out when you're lost within, held down by the system, the prison's a pin. 1 ounce gets you 3 counts, I know it's hell in that cell. Young boys rock till they turn nitro, I know it's hell in that cell. Pops become props in this theater of the country, so their sons grow to trouble you, hurting their divas, making RIPs out of WCWs. Or murdered over Jordan, watch a clothesline crumble you, turns men like me, Triple H. Now I gotta hurt, hunt, or humble you. Wrestling is real. Christians go over the edge for a ruthless war. Christians go over the edge for a ruthless war. Street legacies and hood pedigrees just mean they'll shoot you more. Or they robbing, masked up, flipping when they loot your door. I'm at rock bottom. Street legacies and hood pedigrees just mean they'll shoot you more. Or they robbing, masked up, flipping when they loot your door. I'm at rock bottom, trying to keep my friends out of Bullet Club. You know how hard D-Boys got it? Bloodline gone, Paxton shot him. We call them 12 because they clocked us a midnight rockers, and we still be on some stupid shit. Fathers be like, sorry for the heartbreak, kid. Daddy needed a super kick. Superstars press for a high to touch their soul, uplifting a block that ain't nothing but a dusty road. The code is NWO, not win often, no win options, guns involved, something from the hip, toss them, or it's RKO, run knuckles or off them, you go to work, got you in a chokehold, can't afford to pay the heat because your house is stone cold. But you still want to be stunners, work until we die, we don't get a rest spot. Sharp shooting the needy, they in a Brett lock, or in a guillotine waiting for that neck chop. Don't you speak up, you see how they pop? Your leader shows flair, he getting his chest pop. What they do that to your figure for? So they can make up your pain like a scorpion on your torso, that stings. When they put down a power bomb, anyone who's saving us left with mental scars, now we got a WrestleMania. You know why wrestling is real? The Undertaker is undefeated. Parents turn John Cena, you never see him. Punks control the cult of personality. Wrestling is reality. From entrance to your tombstone, you will be grappling with God. No holds bars. How we feeling? This poem is a roadmap, a journey to the poet where the pain lives at, where it come from. I wear the skin of a conundrum. I try to be present for my family when the joy comes, but your pain is so poignant, I don't even hold my daughter until the poem done. You know this is how I made friends? Poets who fought pain so long were made men. well-read, well-fed, welfare. We know the taste of enslavement, grade 10. My homeboy carved Die Hard in the wall, but until he passed, I ain't know what engraved meant. Do you notice how I made friends? Poets who fought pain so long were made men, well-read, well-fed, welfare. We know the taste of enslavement, grade 10. My homeboy carved Die Hard in the wall, but until he passed, I ain't know what engraved meant. Street poet, stick to your pavement. I speak to the spirits like a pagan and read the Ouija. Yes, this poem is about death and breathing. Truth ain't easy, but you'll catch L's over that cat, Luigi. I wanna write about flowers, but all I see is pushing up daisies, mourning, giving sunflower to a baby. She deserves her father. He don't get to be perennial. My homeboy Vision was still performing when the cancer come. My homeboy Vision was still performing when the cancer come. His blood cell bloomed till his inside became a chrysanthemum. Me, I'm the road that grew from the concrete, street poet. I used to cipher in the corner where the boys got bricks but no foundation. I used to cipher in the corner where the boys got bricks but no foundation. Where the mothers give top to keep a roof overhead. Paid the street poet. I used to cipher in the corner where the boys got bricks but no foundation. Where the mothers give top to keep a roof overhead. Pay the overhead. You don't got a Facebook, we don't even know you're dead. Popped up, locked up, either way we know you're... Where if you don't got a Facebook, we don't even know you're dead. Popped up, locked up, either way we know you're fed. Choose a beach, choose to speak, lose your teeth, move away. Beats get delivered like Uber Eats. Don't listen to old useless me. Who is he? I'm just a bard crafting a bard about barbarians. I'm usually on the revolutionary tip. I be leaving out the scary bits. Just the cold before the march. Aquarius. I'm not... I'm usually on the revolutionary tip. I be leaving out the scary bits. Just the cold before the march. Aquarius. I'm not soulless. I'm COVID. Coughing is how I carry it. Move half my family underground. I'm Harriet. Fighting the earth to die. I swing low in a sweet chariot. Scrapping with the reaper till my funny bone breaks. Hilarious. No laughing. My brother was my humor and I already buried him. Do you still like poetry when I lift the veil? I write about black triumph, not how much I failed. I've seen enough dark nights to make a Christian bail. Am I president? Do you still like poetry when I lift the veil? I write about black triumph, not how much I failed. I've seen enough dark nights to make a Christian bail. Am I present or in a box? Just a Christmas tale. Damn. No ghostwriter, just got ghosts. I'm a product of the runaway slaves who got smoked. More horror stories than I ever got joked like knock, knock, pop, 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 smoke. But I'm the pride of the Baltimore boys who got hope. So I photosynthesis the children. When I see sons with summer eyes, only here for a season, they get summarized. I try to give them heat before someone gives them heat, because I know some will rise. Poetry is not therapy, but it's where you learn you need it. It's the place you go when religion spurns you from Jesus. And here, we don't just rebuke evil, we build a church in Satan's mouth. Welcome to the baptism of the broken, where we grab onto your pain like weightlifters. Try to harness all the carnage and hate with you. We don't like the world we see, we paint pictures. Story same, the body change, shape shifters. We uplift your spirit till we at the gates with you. Then we come back to collect more. It ain't a game, just what we connect for. I'm a street poet. I live between the cracks trying to glue them together. The voice in your head telling you to be better. I'm a God, get you through the strain. Come to this poetry corner, you can find me again. I just ask that you leave a tip. Respect the exchange. You know my legs be getting tired chasing pavements to get next to your pain.
Olay is changing my shower game with 5 skincare.
You guys, that was it. I really appreciate everybody that came, everybody that's in the clouds. Yeah, this is the type of time I'm on. I like this. I hope you guys like it too. And I hope everybody has a good day. Bye.